Welcome back to Bloom. Our next guest says improving certain aspects of your life can create incredible change. Joining us now is the author of The Power of Five, the ultimate formula for longevity and remaining youthful, Dr. David Bernstein. Dr. Bernstein, it is so great to see you.
Gayle, it's great to see you. It's a pleasure to be back.
Thank you. So, so many people want to create change in their life, but they just can't find the drive to do it.
It's such a challenge in life to find the way to make those changes, because I talk about making dietary change and the lifestyle changes to people all the time, but somehow they don't stick. So recently I was at a conference and I met a motivational speaker, and he explained to me the difference between motivation and inspiration. So motivation is, I got to lose 10 pounds to go to my reunion, which is in 3 months. Or I have a sales goal and I'm going to reach my sales goal, but when it's done, I'm back to my old habits and my old ways. But inspiration is something different. It's something you can reach back from your past or an experience of someone else, like my friend Tom, who, when he was 50 years old, he was a college professor, he had a heart attack and had major stents put in his heart. He changed his lifestyle completely. He went on a very strict low-fat diet. He's never had an intervention since. Never had another heart attack, never had another stent. His cholesterol numbers were at goal. And that's the kind of thing that would inspire me to do the same things. By the way, Tom, this good friend of mine, gets up at 6 o'clock every morning and kayaks out in the bay.
I love that. What a great life, too. I mean, that sounds incredible. So I know you go over so many different aspects with your patients, and one of them is sleep. And I'm one of these people that I am always chasing sleep, and there's millions of us out there like that. And you say that is something that we could change.
We can change. And again, it gets back to this inspiration, like, why change? Why bother? Well, because the brain needs sleep. That's the time of the day when it clears itself of energy byproducts. It stores your memories. It stores your learning. It needs time to rejuvenate your body. And there's some hormonal things that go on that affect our appetite and our ability to control our diet and what we eat. So it's essential to get that sleep.
So what are some action steps that we could take?
So again, it comes back to that inspiration, like, I want to be better in my health, and I'm going to reach back and find the things I want to do. And so the first words that I point out is that we improve our sleep hygiene. And that sleep hygiene is what we do in our bedroom. How do we manage our sleep? So it's make your room a sanctuary. It needs to be just for sleep and intimacy. That's all. No TV, no games, no electronics. It needs to be peaceful. It needs to be quiet. It needs to be dark. So if you can't get your room dark enough with blackout shades, wear eye blinders or something over your face to cut down on the light, and cool the temperature down. Research has shown that cooler temperatures are more productive in helping us sleep better.
Very good. And you say also exercising can help with sleep.
Sure, exercise is so important for everything, but it's really important to tire us out. And when I look on my app that I read about my sleep, it'll show me the days when I exercise that I'll have this heart rate dip at night, and that's favorable for my health, and it shows that my sleep is improved by exercising during the day. And then there's some other things. Alcohol has a terrible disruptive effect on our sleep. So we should avoid alcohol at least later in the day. We all know about caffeine and how coffee will distract and disrupt our sleep if we drink it too late in the day. And it varies from person to person, so it's not that everybody has to stop every amount of caffeine, but maybe it's a cutoff for 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock. But that way your body reassesses and is able to sleep better.
And I also wanted to ask you about the amount of time it should take for you to fall asleep, because I'm obsessed with my Oura Ring and all the sleep data it gives me, and it yells at me when I fall asleep too fast. It's saying you're overly exhausted, and just because you fall asleep fast doesn't mean that you're going to get quality sleep. You say to utilize the 20-minute, drifting off to sleep process.
Well, I think that your aura ring shouldn't be yelling at you. You're too nice to be yelled at.
Thank you, doctor.
And the 20-minute rule is more of beyond 20 minutes.
Okay.
And so people and your brain is very subjected to what happens. So your brain will say, it's 20 minutes, it's 30 minutes, this place, this room, this bed, I'm not sleeping. And then your brain says, oh, your bed, that's a place where you go not to sleep.
Right.
So it gets addicted to the fact that the brain is doing the wrong thing, not the right thing. So the 20-minute rule is, if it's 20 minutes, get out of bed, go to another room, read, watch a little bit of television, something to distract your brain for all those thoughts that are going on in your brain and keeping you up. Kind of like a reset, get back in bed, think about the pleasant thoughts, your mantra that helps you sleep, your mindfulness, your meditation, those things that will then get you back to sleep. And on some of those really bad nights for me, I'll put on some meditative kind of music that will, again, get me back to sleep. It's not exactly the lullabies that my grandkids get, but it's close. And there's something else in that when I think about my grandkids. They have some very rigid and effective routines at night. So having that routine is really important. So about an hour, a half hour before your bedtime, start winding down. Turn off your electronic devices. Don't enter into a highly political, engaged conversation with your companion, and start that process. It may be, sometimes I go in my hot tub. Sometimes I'll take a hot shower before I go to bed. But I develop this routine so that when I hit the bed, it's like, okay, now I got about 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to drift off to sleep. And I've trained myself. And by the way, I'm not perfect. I had a difficult time with my sleep when I was in practice, realizing that there was a phone next to my bed and it could ring any night, and it was really bad. So this is a time of my life, and I'm really proud of it, and my inspiration came into it of getting my sleep better.
I love it. Doctor, thank you so much.
Oh, it's been my pleasure.
All right.